In the history of WWE, there has only been one rivalry that has headlined WrestleMania in back-to-back years. The rivalry, of course, John Cena and The Rock.
It was 2 WrestleManias, but their animosity grew over 3 years. Cena blamed Rock for his loss against The Miz at WrestleMania 27, and then challenged The Rock to a match a year later at WrestleMania 28.
Look at him, locked inside that cage like a couple of rabid animals. John Cena had a year of preparation against The Rock, who was having only his 2nd match after 7 years away. Cena should have been ready, but he lost.
It took an entire year for Cena to redeem himself, but when he won the Royal Rumble, he challenged WWE Champion The Rock and finally beat the Great One at the Showcase of the Immortals. After 3 long years, Cena had vanquished The Rock.
John Cena is starting to take some deep breaths in there, but not for a second do I expect him to back down now.
I know it's early, but he has to do everything in his power not to let this get out of hand.
What an impact on that belly-to-belly.
Guys, when The Rock first broke into WWE, he was often referred to as a blue chipper. And given his legendary lineage, it's easy to see why so much was expected from him right from the start.
Forearms for the 2nd rope.
Driving down.
Oh my goodness, crushing it.
Oh, the reversal by John Cena.
As Byron mentioned, The Rock comes from a long line of successful Samoan superstars, including former WWE Tag Team Champion Rocky Johnson, grandfather High Chief Peter Maivia, both of whom are WWE Hall of Famers.
And with respect to those legends, I'd say it's The Rock and his multiple World Championship reigns and WrestleMania main events who shined the brightest.
Just driven down with such power, guys.
The Rock going to work now. The Rock is in position.
The Rock with a rock bottom.
Can he end it here?
Let's take a quick look at that again.
That could be it, Michael.
He's got him covered. And there's a kick at it, too.
Big Match John is not going to go down that easily.
Before 2017's Extreme Rules, there were just 3 previous tag team matches where championship gold was decided inside a steel cage in the history of WWE special events. The Hardy Boys were in 2 of those matches. At Extreme Rules, in order to win the match, both members of a team had to exit the cage and have both feet on the floor.
The Hardys used their famous continuity to gain the early advantage until Cesaro and Sheamus utilized their devastating power to slow the pace of the match down. Both teams battled atop the steel cage, but in the end, Sheamus and Cesaro won the race to the arena floor to become new Raw Tag Team Champions.
The offense of The Rock is working well right now. That's a good way to knock a bone out of socket.
Yeah, and he seems to have an endless supply of energy.
You have to wonder what's going through these guys' minds in a match of this magnitude.
The rivalry between Ultimate Warrior and Ravishing Rick Rude began during the Super Pose Down at the 1989 Royal Rumble. Then it progressed to where both superstars battled over the Intercontinental Championship. At SummerSlam 90, the rivals met inside a 15-foot-high steel cage for the WWE Championship. Victory could be achieved by pinfall or escape from the cage.
Oh yeah, here's The Rock.
Corey, the WWE Championship match between the Ultimate Warrior and Ravishing Rick Rude was the 2nd half of the double main event at 1990 SummerSlam. The rivalry between the Warrior and the Ravishing One was so heated that no one knew what to expect once the 2 men were able to battle inside a steel cage, which at the time was the most grueling match in all of WWE.
The Ultimate Warrior dominated early on with his incredible strength. Rick Rude turned the tables and used the steel surroundings to his advantage. At one point, Rude dove from the top of the cage onto the Warrior. But after the Warrior's signature Gorilla Press Slam, the Ultimate One climbed over the cage and retained his WWE Championship. The best way to describe combatants clashing inside a steel cage is its battle of attrition. Sometimes a superstar is left with no choice but to fight fire with fire and do whatever they need to do in order to win the match. And sometimes it comes down to a superstar doing whatever they need to do in order to survive.
Byron, you touched on this earlier, but it's so important for a superstar to accept that there's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in a steel cage match. That the conflict will be resolved within the 15-foot-high steel walls that surround the ring. And that losing a cage match can mean much more than a mark in the loss column. For some, it has meant the end of their career.
It's difficult to describe the damage that can be done to a superstar who competes in a steel cage match. We see the physical harm, but we don't see the psychological effects from being inside the cage. Make no mistake about it, Michael, the steel cage truly represents survival of the fittest.
I wonder if John Cena knew his career would change forever when he put on a rapper costume for SmackDown's Halloween party in 2002. But he showed he can spit rhymes, and it worked to get the attention of his opponents. So the Doctor of Thugonomics was born.
Oh no, here we go. The Rock, Cena.
Yes, rock bottom!
Game, set, match. This one is over.
Byron brought up Cena's study of thugonomics. Even though he had early success showing ruthless aggression, Cena had hit a rough patch and was in real danger of getting lost in the fold before he discovered his affinity. Rock's looking to finish this. Rock bottom!
This one's over, guys.
Here we go. Take a look at this again.
Yeah, that was nice.
Here's the cover. True testament to grit.
And the Cena Nation doing everything they can to keep John Cena in this match.
It's called the C Nation, Byron. One word.
We often see a performer promise to raise the stature of the United States or Intercontinental Championship when he's going for the pin. And he got a near fall out of it.
Wow, I thought for sure that was it.
Elbow drop! And that one grounds him.
I didn't realize he had such a glass jaw. I'm joining the U.S. Open Challenge conversation you guys started earlier. I thought Cena's bravado would lead to a short United States title reign, but to my surprise, Cena regularly defended the championship for months.
Dean Ambrose, Zack Ryder, Cesaro, Kane, Sami Zayn, and so many others took Cena to his limit on a weekly basis, and he beat them all. It took Seth Rollins and, shockingly, Jon Stewart to finally end Cena's Open Challenge, at least for a while. The steel cage is a massive enclosure that stands 15 feet.
Incredible move by John Cena.
Are we looking at yet another John Cena victory here?
Oh man, The Rock really needs to dig down deep.
John Cena is taking charge of this match.
Big move!
Oh my, John Cena.
Are we looking at yet another John Cena victory here?
Oh man, The Rock really needs to dig down deep.
What a comeback.
And this has got to be it!
And The Rock quickly kicks out. Here we go. John Cena's
Attitude adjustment.
To think
Penny predicament.
and Rock getting the shoulder up.
might have slipped there, Cole.
He's making a statement here with this attack.
The longer this fight goes on, the more wear and tear on each competitor. Who is going to have enough to pick up the win?
The offense of The Rock is working well right now.
Nice move.
The Rock going to work now.
Perfectly executed.
You're not going to win many matches absorbing punishment like that. What a brutal beating we've seen dished out so far here tonight.
John Cena got him there.
We're witnessing a level of punishment that can only be described as severe.
Oh yeah, here's The Rock. Oh boy, he is rolling. Look at the quickness by Cena.
I think this man means business. The damage has been done. A scary attack on the neck here. He lands the belly to belly. Look out, there he goes.
Knocked right off his feet.
Both of these superstars looking a little worse for wear right now.
He's inflicting some serious pain here. Not sure how much more Rock can take.
He may very well be running on instinct right now. I don't know how much more damage one person could take. I don't care how tough you are.
Here comes The Rock.
Rock setting it up. Rock bottom, the Rock bottom.
I don't know, is that enough to stop Cena?
We've got to cover. 1, 2. He gets the shoulder up in time.
Wow, John Cena somehow finds the strength. I guess nothing he does should surprise me.
I can't believe this one's still going on, especially after the beating that's been delivered tonight. Great offense by John Cena.
These superstars have tried everything. They have something left in their arsenal. They have to, but can they dig down deep enough to find it? John Cena with the offense.
The Rock turns it around. The Rock going to work now.
I'll tell you what, this is one they'll be talking about tomorrow at work or school, that's for sure.
This one's getting ugly. You might want to turn away if you have a weak heart.
And The Rock is your winner. If you
But The Rock is cooking, Michael.
I can watch highlights of that one all night long. One of the great WWE matches I've ever been able to watch. I don't like to throw around a lot of praise, but my eyes tell me that might have been one of the great matches in recent WWE history.
Here is your winner, The Rock!
And there's your winner here in this singles match.
There's nothing more pure than picking up a win in a